So alignment, okay? So for alignment, we talked about how the alignment helps with balance. So when we say balance, when we look at the design, for some reason, okay, let's start with the green on the left, right? When you look at it, it's almost like you're having head because you're trying to understand what's going on. Like you have to strain to look at it compared to the design beneath it, right? So the idea behind alignment is that when your audience, when your viewers, when your patients look at your design, right, it just feels welcome. It creates this aesthetic, this cool feel like, oh, they want to look at it, they want to continue looking at it. This is something that I want to continue looking at, right? So when you look at design A, the green one on top, you're struggling, you don't understand, okay, what's this person talking about? What's this for? Is this a business card? Is this a poster? You don't understand what it is, right? Compared to when you look at one beneath it, right? You can tell at a glance that this is a business card because all the fonts are aligned, and Mariel Price, this lady beside the name is Mariel Price, right? You're not straining to find out the purpose of the design. It just looks here, this is the right design, this is it. Okay, Taiwo, you have your hands raised.
Yes, I wanted to tell you to try to reshare your slides. Someone tried to write on the screen, and the line is affecting what we can see on your slide. So if you could
Yes. Okay, just give me a second. Let me get that done.
Okay, and when you reshare, try to share the screen with slideshow if possible.
Okay, no problem. Please give me a second. Okay, is this better now?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Please give me a minute. Okay, so I think when it's on full screen mode, I can't move the screen. It's difficult to reach to another slide.
You can with your arrow on your keyboard.
No, it's not. It's not going. I'm trying it. It's not
Okay, just do what works then. Thank
going.
you.
That's it. Yeah. Can you still see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so I was talking of alignment, right? So the main purpose of alignment is to create that inviting feel. You want people to, like, when they see your design, there's this pull, right? After contract has done the job of drawing their attention, alignment helps you to keep them. Let me use that word, right? So there's that pull, that nice feel. Oh, I actually want to see what this person is saying. When you see in design, like the one on top, the green one on top, you almost just look at it once and remove your face because it's somewhat giving you one kind of headache. You get, but when you look at one down, pulls your attention to it, right? After contrast has drawn your attention, alignment keeps you longer. Alignment makes you more inquisitive about that design. And so the last design is proximity. And proximity, like contrast, is for clarity also, right? So the whole idea behind proximity is that you put elements that are similar together and elements that are not similar, put them as far apart as possible. So what this means is that when you bring two elements and they are communicating similar things, you try to group them together, right? When you look at design C, let's call it design C on the right on top, just men looking at it, let's talk to us, Mario Price, acting director. You're confused as to, okay, why am I talking to Mario Price, acting director? You don't know exactly what this is trying to say to you. Compared to when you look at the design below, beneath it, right? You see Mario Price, that is the name of the man, and then you know the acting director, okay, this guy is an actor or something, that is his position, right? And now he's trying to say that you can contact him with the phone numbers for this website address, right? So you see that the texts are kind of together, right? Similar text communicating similar things are placed together. Similar text communicating different things are placed far apart. That's the point of proximity. Same way, families, you put father, mother, and children of person A together, showing that they are related. Is the same thing you do with elements, right? So I'm going to leave this slide so that, and then, okay, so can somebody unmute and tell me 4 principles of design and name them before we move on? Should I give this so that I'll have sharp community? Okay, Ola, you are unmuted.
Contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity.
All right, thank you so much. Is this Ola or Vivian? I don't know who just spoke.
Hi, Rafiu.
Or
Okay.
Ola.
Ola, all right, awesome. Should I give gifts? Taiwo, should I give gifts for participation?
Sorry, what did you say?
All right, so next question. What is the essence of contrast? Hello, anybody?
For visibility.
Hello?
For clarity.
For
Yes,
clarity.
Awesome. Okay, so what is the essence of proximity?
For clarity.
Somebody, for clarity. Awesome. Thank you, Lucy. Okay, so that we can move on to other things. The course, an online course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give, during our practical session, I'm going to give 2 people free access to the course, right? So that will be dependent on how active you are, right? So if you want to learn more on graphic design principles and you need that completely free, this is a good course for you. And then we also created, so at the mobile design school, we also created this simple color hacks for graphic designer, because we noticed that a lot of people find it very difficult to combine colors, right? And color is very, very important when it comes to design, right? And that's why most times you pay a lot of money to get your logos done, and then pay a lot of money to keep your brand, that develop your branding, because color is really important. You want people to see your work, right? You want people to appreciate your work. You want people to stay on your job, on your work, and you want convert at the end of the day, right? So, what we did was that we took the basics of color combination, primary colors, secondary colors, tertiary, and then we tried to uh, we tried to match, how you can match those colors such that you don't have to think too much when you are making your design. So if you look at this, try. So if you look at this lollipop stuff on the screen, it has the major colors, the Roy Deep that they taught us in primary school, right? So I'm just going to give a very, very sketchy path for colors. So we have the primary, the secondary, the tertiary, and the analogous kind of colors. And we talked about contrast and said that when you're designing, you make sure that your your color combos are as far apart as possible. Don't put green on green and yellow on orange and white on gray, because it won't show, right? So one simple hack that you can do is you get your color wheel, and then colors that are directly opposite each other are perfect on the color wheel. So when you check online, just Google color wheel, see all the colors. One thing you can know is that colors that are directly opposite each other. So when you look at this, for instance, the orange and the purple, right, will go beautifully in a design because they are far apart. When you look at the green and the red, they go beautifully, right? So these are little color hacks that you can always use for your designs, and also when you're making your logo or trying to choose the color that works for your brand, right? They are simple color hacks to use. And that brings us to the end of this slide. Any questions before we move on to the practical session? Any questions?
There's a question in the chat section. Someone asked if the mobile app isn't good at all, since you recommended the web version.
Okay, so the mobile app is good, right? But for me, I find the web version easier. So half the time, I don't even have the mobile app on my phone because I always use the web version. Right? For me, it's just easier. I can see all that I need faster, right? And I'm actually really used to the web version than the mobile app. And then if you want to take your design journey seriously, like you want to go into design as a major business, the web version will work better for you than that. So that's why I enjoy the app. Some people complain also that the app hangs sometimes, slow sometimes, and all that. So I'm just more comfortable with the web than the app, right? But you can always use the app. Any other question? Okay, I can see something on clarification from Abdullahi Abdurrahim. Are you asking me to clarify something else?
No, I think that was just one of his responses to the questions you asked initially.
Okay, all right, no problem. Okay, I can see another question from Ajayi Pelumi. Thank you, moderator. Are there limits to the number of colors I can have on a design? If yes, how many? Okay, so you know how we talked about the principle of repetition. To be honest, you can use as many colors as you want on your design, right? But the next question you have to ask yourself is, why do you need too many colors on your design, and what is the whole essence of this design? So if you're designing for children, you notice that children have their designs are always very colorful, very, you put a lot of colors because you want it to be as expressive as possible. But when you're making a professional design, you need more than one or two colors to communicate your points. You get, so really you can have as many colors as you want. However, do not sacrifice your personal joy or your personal love on the altar of the communication. You really need to communicate with your audience, and so you do not want to distract your audience. So me, I will personally advise that if you can stick to 2 or 3 colors, that's fine. You can work with that, right? Or, well, we say black and white and neutral colors, so that doesn't count, right? So if you can do 2 colors, then black and white, that's fine. I hope I've answered your question. Hello. Can we make landing page on Canva? Zainab, yes, you can. You can make a landing page on Canva, but I'm not sure we'll be able to do that today. But I can show you where you can play with that on Canva. Then please, can you go over the color information again? All right, no problem. We will. Very lovely work. Okay, Adesola, simplified Canva training. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Olushola. Okay, so for Charles, let's go. How do I marry my logo colors on the template? Okay, share screen. Okay, so I said for color combo, when you check your color wheel, right? You can just Google color wheel and it will show you different colors: the primary, secondary, and tertiary, right? So remember what we talked about for contrast, that your colors have to be as different as possible, right? So there are simple hacks for that, So there's the hack of colors opposite each other and color will match, right? They are perfect. And I gave the example of the orange and the purple, right? So when you have this very dark background, this purple background, and you're using an orange text or an orange color for it, it would rhyme better than when you're using when you're using this purple with this I don't know what to call this, or that shade of purple, or when you're using orange and red. Do you get? Because they are opposite, they are beside each other, they are not so far apart, right? So colors that are opposite, that's one half. Colors that are opposite each other and color always go perfect. Yeah. So all you now have to do is that you now have to portray them. There's also this hack of when you're making your design, which is similar to what I just said, and try to find the balance between warm colors and cool colors. So when you look at this, the green, the yellow, the orange, the red, they are classified as warm colors. If you use too much of this, your design becomes too distracting. But if you use a mixture of the warm, use a mixture of cool, it gives your design a better feel. Okay, so let me give a perfect example. This online course on the screen, right? You can see that the background is dark blue. The background is dark blue, and then this light pink, the light gray, the light orange, right? So there's a mixture of warm, a mixture of cool, and then my text is a mixture of warm and cool, right? So these are like little things that you can always remember when you're in your design and mixing your colors. Charles, hope I've answered that question. Then I'm trying to remember the other question. Okay, how do I marry my colors, my logo colors with colors on a template? Okay, so let's go to Canva and let's start our practical session. I'm excited for it to start the practical session. All right, so this is Canva. This is Canva web, right? Not Canva, and the beautiful part of Canva is that there are so many templates for you to play around with, and Canva does it such that all the designs that you are trying to be on pixels to template. So Canva does it such that all the designs that you think, everything has been sized. So if you are going to make type, right, Canva now has their own Canva doc, aside from Google Doc. They're going to have an education session, have a whiteboard, they're going to do presentation. I made this slide presentation, Instagram story, minutes, talking presentation. So this is where you can actually present and record Canva, just like we're doing Zoom. Then if you're going to make a book or book cover, you can do that from Canva. You're going to create phone wallpaper, A4 documents, make videos for reels and that, infographics. So all these are templates that Canva has done for you. And all you just have to do is select templates that you need. So take for instance, you are designing something for pharmacy, and you need to make a poster. You go to posters. So all I did. So you go to poster and then you look for a template that you like, right? So remember that this is for print. So you go to look for something that you poster. Poster what I want. Let's say medical. Just type it. So to just show you something you did that time. So you pick a nice template. So let's say this is what you wanted to copy. Okay, this is white. I'm trying to also answer the question. And I'm trying to look for a template that's not white. Okay, so let's say this is a template that you want to use, for instance, but your logo color is orange, right? And okay, like Advantage Health logo color. So one simple thing that you can do, right? For Canva, you can edit templates, So what you can do is to change to your logo color. So I'm trying to look for it that can copy. Taro, sorry, is it possible for you to send me Advantage Health logo WhatsApp so I can upload it to Canva?
Okay.
If that's possible. Okay, so or I'll just type something to create something fast while we are waiting for that. So the beautiful part of Canva is that they are all templates. You can easily edit, you know, you can create whatever you want to create on Canva. So when you have a template, all you just need to do is change it to brand color. Okay. So let's assume this is our logo. Can you guys see this AHA that I added? This is your logo, for instance. So everything here doesn't rhyme with your logo, right? So the next thing we're just going to do is change this to something else. So I can either change this to pure white. Did you see that? Or if I don't want it to be white, okay, so yes, I can change this to white, then change this blue to my logo, and then it rhymes with your logo, you know. So that's one way to marry your logo with Canva templates. When you get the template, you just edit it to what you don't, some people, I know for a lot of people, they just get the template, change the text, and then you're good to go. No, you can actually change the color, you can change the font of your text, you can change anything you want to change on the flyer. So let's try. So now this is another flyer, and let's assume that this is your logo. Okay. Sorry, it seems like I'm fast. I'm trying to answer Rushala's question. So let's assume this is your logo. This green is your logo. See that when you place the green, this green and this, it doesn't exactly rhyme because there are too many colors, like you said. There's green, there's light blue, there's dark blue, then there's the color of the medicine, everything is flashing, right? But you actually want to, you really like the design and you want to use it for your design. So what you can do, the easiest thing you can do, this down, that's the last blue, you change it to your logo color. So you try to tweak it to what you want. And then because this blue doesn't exactly go with green, I will change it to cream or yellow. Can you see that? So I still have the image that I like, I still have everything, but now this template now works with my logo. You get, so that's one very simple way to tweak logos. Okay, so let's go back to home and start from the beginning. Polushola, I hope I've answered the question.
Yes. Thank
Okay,
you.
You're welcome. Adesola, can the picture on the Canva be changed? Yes, the picture on Canva can change. So Canva is like an all-in-one person. Everything you need to it. Let's say I don't like this draw color because I want something that is green. I will simply go to Elements and type green medication. Then If you look at the left, you can see what's going on. Then go to photos and then see all sorts of things. Then you just have to pick. Okay, so this is brain. So I check this here. Then brain. Another thing I can do, okay, let me just do that. And then we'll start from the beginning, is remove the background. So you can basically do everything you want to do on Canva without having to use Canva. It's still comes well. We'll go back to the beginning. Right. And by the time you are done tweaking your templates, people won't even know that, oh, you actually use the Canva template because you changed it to what you want. The original template was blue, but now it's yellow and green, and then it has a different drum, So that's one hack when you're using templates. Try as much as possible not to just take a template, right? Page 3. You just take a template, let's say this is the template you're working with. You insert your logo, you change the name, change everything, and then print it out. So there are some Canva templates that have been overflowed. So when you post it, everybody knows that you designed it on Canva, which is not bad. But you also want to exercise yourself and you want to push yourself further. So what you can do is play around with colors, play around with the image, play around with text, try to tweak it to your brand design, right? So that you can achieve something that is more for your pharmacy, more for your brand, more for your business than just an ordinary template. All right, so we'll go back to home. So when you come into Canva, this is how Canva looks on the web for web version. If you type www.canva.com on phone, it will come out with small, right? So the Canva suite that I talked about is Discover a Magical Era. So you can see that Canva now has the doc, the ideation session part, which is whiteboard, where you can make presentations, then social media, so you can directly make your design for Instagram, for Facebook, for Twitter, for even YouTube. You can make your posters for social media directly on Canva, schedule it on Canva, post on Canva. You can make your reels, your TikTok videos using Canva video and schedule and post. Then this is the landing page that somebody asked about, Canva website. So you can create it on Canva. You don't even need that technical knowledge again, right? They've simplified everything. So you can just do it and to go like Canva, right? And yeah, you also have the same thing. So anything you want to try, there are all the sizes like for Facebook, for mobile video, all the sizes, the size them. So one thing I also want you to take note of. If you're making a design for Instagram feed, and you want to post it to, you want to post that same design you want to make it as a Facebook header. They are not the same size, right? So let's say you want to make a design for a Facebook header, and then you now go and choose your Instagram feed, the post, the one for Instagram, that's the Instagram post square. Definitely, you're already running into the risk of poor sizing, right? Because the Instagram post size and the Twitter header, they are two different things, right? If you're making a poster that you want to hang in your pharmacy and you choose the Instagram post, you've already missed it in terms of sizing, because when you finally get to that you have to resize to get that poster feel. If not, by the time you print, it will come out as an Instagram side design, right? So whenever you're making your design, go to the template of what you want. So if you want a design if you want to make a poster, go to templates for posters. If you want to make a design you want to make a logo, you can actually make your logos on Canva. Go to logo. If you're making an invitation for maybe you want to invite people and you need to print it for a launch of the pharmacy, so it just helps you, right? If you're making your letter-headed papers, you go to letterhead so that you don't have to give your printers the work of resizing, or when you post it to your social media, it will cut off because it's not the accurate size. I don't know if you've noticed that there are sometimes when you want to make a design, you want to make a post on Instagram, and then by the time you try to post it, you realize that what is just showing is only the thing in the middle, because that design is not the size for Instagram. Instagram will cut off every other part and make it what they want. You get? So anytime you're making your design on Canva, just go to the templates that you want to use it for. So let's assume today the assignment is that we want to make welcome to my pharmacy design. And so I'm using and you want to post it to Instagram, like your pharmacy page on Instagram. So now I've come to the template for Instagram using the Instagram post square. So if you're going to use a template pharmacy, show you, doesn't show you what you want. Just keep typing. You can type pharmacy, you can type drugs, you can type medicine, all kinds of commands. Okay. So let's say this is what we're talking, and we want to say welcome to Vantage Health Pharmacy. Right. So bonus points for learning. When you're on Canva, if you look at this design, how do I zoom in? Just give me a minute. I'm trying to. Okay. So if you look at this design, it's somewhat inside, right? Now, when somebody sees this, it's just like a couple of texts mixed together. You don't know, you have to strength to say, okay, this is welcome to AHA Pharmacy, right? But you want people to see that welcome to AHA Pharmacy first. The next thing you're going to do is try to do this, and then try to do this, and then you have something like this. Then you make it as bold as possible so that everybody can see it very well that this is welcome to AHA Pharmacy. Now, this is good and all, right? But unfortunately, if you take this as it is and post it to your Instagram page, it will cut off. What people will be reading will be half of the view, and they'll be reading something like welcome to AHA Hammer without the Y and the T, because the T is already out, the Y is almost out, the W is at the edge, right? The first things first you do when you come into, okay, before I continue, can someone unmute and just say we are still with you, because it seems like I'm the only one having fun.
We are still with you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We're still
Thank
with you,
you.
ma.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Hope
you, ma.
I'm not too fast. So hope I'm not too fast.
No. For me, it's fine. Right pace. Thank you.
If I'm fast, please call me back so that you can get it. So the first thing you do when you have something like this, right, and your Canva, even when you're using the Canva app, look for your margin and turn it on. That's the first thing. And margin will always be on file. Let me try to zoom in. Screen. Okay. So file is on this blue stuff where you see your home, file, resize, and view. You go to file. And if somebody is using their phone, you can just check phone, how phone version will look like, and then you can work with that. So when you go to file, you go to view settings. On view settings, you see show margins. You turn on your margin. You see that a small box appeared. Let's do it again so that going to zoom in so you see what happens. File, that's if you're using the desktop version, view settings, show margins, and then margin pops up, right? So with that margin now, you can see that P is out of the margin and Y is out of the margin, meaning that this design is at risk of losing letters if it's ever posted somewhere. Like if you post this for your reel, everything will just cut off to the middle of this margin. So Y will go, P will go, W will go, what the person will be reading will be Lcom to AHA hammer. You get, so you have to ensure that your text are in the margin. So all I'm going to do is resize this, and then you have this. It may look like, oh, this is so small, somebody will not see it, and blah 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 blah, right? But when you post it, remember that this is like a laptop version. By the time you post it to Instagram, it will come out perfectly because it's the Instagram side. So it will be as bold as you want it to be. You know. Don't also make the mistake of, remember how it was initially, something like this, where somebody is going to strain to see your words, right? Just stretch it out such that it is good. Okay, so now we have welcome to AHA Pharmacy, and you want to leave the keynote, a small note on that, like love yourself. Now, let's bring back our principle of nine. We will mute one by one and tell me what laws are being broken here. All right, so one by one, anybody that wants to go, remember that there's a gift of a free class for 2 people at the end of this webinar. So first things first, what can you say about this design as it looks now?
I think the contrast.
Yes,
It
perfect.
looks, the colors, yes, they don't match.
Okay, so what will you
They don't seem to match.
what will you suggest that we change it?
We could change the background
Okay, so what color?
to yellow, and
So
I'm
now
trying to
here's
think
the
what
color
can go with
palette.
yellow.
No, now see the color palette. So which color would you want to see for the background?
Maybe trying blue.
We could, yeah, or purple.
Purple. Which of the purple? Okay.
No, not this one. Maybe not purple. Something. No. Sorry, not purple. Not purple. Purple is off. Something
Okay.
that would give good contrast.
I see your color palette here now. Choose a color. Which one?
Okay. Black.
Let's go for green.
Black.
Black, really?
Yeah. Black or white. Yeah, I think I'll go for black or white to be safe.
I'll go for green.
Green. Okay, somebody said green.
Oh, green is beautiful.
Green is not beautiful. See where you're coming from.
It's not.
Green is somebody. Can you see that when you change this to green, you see that there was an X under, and then we changed to green, and then you can't see you can just see one slash, you can't see the second slash. So,
I don't
suggestion,
understand.
when it was black,
Okay,
the
yes,
background,
yes.
can you see that it was an X?
Yes,
But when we
yes,
went
yes.
to green, hold on. When we went to green, as much as green stands out with the text,
Yes.
the other X has been lost.
Disappeared. Yes, true.
So, remember your color we said
Let's use
about
white.
white, which is not bad, right? But all the colors at the back don't have colors anymore. So you see that this is the issue with colors, you know. So let's assume that our logo was blue. AHA Pharmacy. Thanks. So let's assume that this was our logo. Let me try to AHA logo. Not sure I'll get that orange. Okay. So this is your logo, right? Now this is okay, right? But it looks so bland, and then this is not even your background. Like this is not even the color of your pharmacy. So one easy thing to do is to change this text to the logo's color, and then this X at back. Remember that the original template we're working with was say no to drugs. And if I leave this X at back, people will be asking, are you saying that your pharmacy is bad or what? It doesn't fit with the message. So this element, now I want to put a friendly, smiley feel, because you want it. You're saying welcome to AHA Pharmacy. So I want something that is welcoming, people, all those type of things. So now we're going to maybe look for a smiling fellow, happy dog. So it shows you photos. You go to photos. Let's see if we even see a happy pharmacist. Okay. So you can just look for, let's see, some sheets. Okay. It looks like our population is small. It's so now I have image, I have text, I have my byline. Like I want to tell people, let's say your tagline is serving best. You know, now I need to put all these things on this image, on this flyer rather, the serving quality. Okay, so now we have contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity to work with. For contrast, we've kind of solved that problem. You know, white background, text is different, picture is different. But alignment is now an issue. I can't leave my text or my smiling because it doesn't gel. So what am I going to do? I'm going to try to make this anti to one side. And then this welcome to AHA Pharmacy. Reduce a bit. Try to hope I'm not too fast. Hi guys, are we still here? Hope I'm not so fast.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we are still here.
Okay. So now what I've done is I have aligned to the left. So what I put my image to the left, my text to the right. So we would say that this design is left aligned, right? I've divided the design into two, left and right. So everything I'm either to the left or to the right? But this doesn't really look so good the way my text is. It just really looks bland. Like at the end of the day, I've achieved what I want to achieve. Oh, welcome to HA Pharmacy service quality. But it's looking too, it's not giving. Let me use the Gen Z language. It's not giving what it's supposed to give, right? So it's now to add the extra serenity, you know. So what I will now try to do is change my white background to something giving, maybe given, right? Then welcome to AHA Pharmacy, to black, white. This time is flying. It's already 5:29. It's not done anything. It's not learned anything. See, AHA Pharmacy. Okay. So I'm just going to reduce my spacing. Okay. And then ensure that nothing is blocking my logo. I want everybody to see my beautiful logo, you know. So you can see that, and also ensure that my logo is not cutting off at the end. My logo is not going on my, remember the, what's it called? The margin that we created, this auntie that is here, maybe she can cut off, but she's not the major thing. What I want people to see is AHA Pharmacy logo and welcome. That's the most important message, So I ensure that everything that is important to me in this design has to be where it's supposed to be so that it doesn't cut off for any reason in the world, right? So we can have this. And then just for the sake of paparazzi, I'll just put a status so that anyone that sees it at a glance knows that, oh, this is healthcare and they are trying to welcome me, Now, when you look at this, you see that reserve view is on my medication, on the stethoscope. I want this reserve view to show very well. So I'm going to reduce my steps, so that all the text, everything is showing clearly. All the message that I want to pass is as clear as day. Then the extra serene, they are where it is. For now, you can see that this image, number one, contrast. Background is not clashing with text or logo. You can change to any color, right? But while you're trying to use this, try not to use the exact color of your logo. Oh, you can actually use the exact color of your logo. The only thing is just that box. So anywhere people would assume that your logo doesn't have a box, that your logo is just AHA Pharmacy. But if the box is also part of the brand, then you try not to use the exact, right? Repetition, if you notice, this text, when you check it up here, it's showing Montserrat Classic. And then when you check this reserve quality, it's showing Source Serif Pro. It's showing something else, it's showing something else, right? So what we're going to do is try to change it to a Montserrat Classic stuff, just to ensure that the Montserrat Classic font, just to ensure that reserve quality is almost the same as welcome to AHA Pharmacy. For repetition, what did we just talk about? Craft, contrast, repetition, alignment. Okay, so for alignment, if I move this reserve view away from welcome to AHA Pharmacy, you will see that it doesn't look good per se. You want to ensure that everything looks sweet and beautiful, sweet and wonderful, right? You want to ensure that, oh yes, my design is keke. I'm not giving space to anybody. Like this design must give what it's supposed to give in the language of the Gen Z, So we align. And beautiful part is when you're aligning, as you're making your designs, Canva will be showing you red lines. If you look at this, if I reduce this a bit, you see that, can you see that red, blue, it's showing you that yes, this is on the line, this is the line, and the serve view is outside the line. See? So you see that the serve view is definitely not on the line. So what do you do to bring reserve view to this line? Reserve view is on a different line. By the time I move it to the line of B, welcome to AHA Pharmacy. Can you see that? Canva will actually show you whether you're on the line or not. You see that red line showing. Now you're on the line. But now you're on the line, but you're outside your margin. So the next thing you do is you can either reduce fonts or you bring in welcome to HA a bit inside. So I'm just going to reduce 55 and then 7.0. And there you go. So another beautiful principle that I didn't talk about is the principle of white space. So what white space is that you deliberately leave some space empty so that your design doesn't go out, right? So if you are done, of course, some designs will be like something like this, everywhere, logo everywhere, everything is just all over the place, right? And the principle of white space is that you leave some places blank, you leave spaces around your design, around your element, so that your design can breathe, so that the design looks attractive, so the design looks welcoming, So you always try to, when you make your design, you always try to ensure that there's space around text, space around the element, so that that design looks welcoming. Cluttered design will not show your alignment, to show your principles clearly. The essence of white space or negative space is that you can see the principles as clear as day, right? So now when we look at this design, it looks good, but something is off with this design. Who can spot the offness of the design using the principles? Anybody?
Say alignment, the AHA pharmacy. It
This
seems like it's not in the
this
center.
person that is talking, you're not giving space to anybody. No, they.
Sorry.
Yeah, so the AHA pharmacy alignment also, that's what it is. Sorry, who just spoke?
It's
Adesola.
Okay, Adesola. Yeah, you won your free class, but let other people talk. Class for now, not talking again. Give other people space. Okay, so Adesola was correct. The AHA pharmacy was off. Alignment was off because it was to one side, right? It didn't look, as much as that design looked good, but let me go back so that we'll see what it was before. You can see that everything else seems to be on one, even the stethoscope is even a bit on the line, and then my logo is now out, right? So what you do is put your logo exactly at that spot, and there you go. Our design is ready to go. Simple and clean. Let's try another one. Let's work with the template. Let's assume that it's word juggling. So now this is the template that we're working with. Our logo is green. So another thing I failed to mention, when you copy, let's say this is the blank screen, right? On the left is where you have all the things that you need to do. This design show you templates. So if you don't like the template that you chose, you can change it to another template. If you feel like you need to do like 10 templates, there are 10 other templates that you can work with. So design is where templates is. Elements is where you have your shapes, your lines and shapes, your stickers, your photos, your videos, if you're making a video, your audio, chat, so everything you need, table, frame, grid, all these things are things that you use for your design. That's the elements of your design, right? So if assume that I'm going to choose this frame, I'm working with this frame, for instance, right? Photo. So this is what I want to do. Can you see what I did? So this is, I'm going to take it back so that you can see what I did. So let's go back, right? So I'm trying to explain what the frame is. Frame is like frame. You use the frame for pictures and videos, you know. So this is a frame. Let me change from white background so that you can see. This is a frame, you know. What should be inside should either be a picture or a video. This is a photo, this label. Now, what I can do, once I move it inside, it enters inside. Can you see that? So once I move it inside, it goes inside. So the whole point of the frame is to hold your picture such that it has a certain feel, not just this. You know, it can be this, can be inside the frame. So it now looks like this person is in a circle. Do you get? So that's what the frame does for you. So that's that for frame, the brand hub. So yeah, you know, when you're making your for pharmacies and set business. Hello, somebody saying something. Okay, so for pharmacies and set businesses, you already have your logo, you already have your brand colors and all of that. So all those things you can import it to this brand hub, set up your brand template. So you put your colors here, right? So that anytime you are making design, the colors are already set. You know that these are the colors that you are working with all the time for your brand. And when you're working with a brand, there are specific color codes, you know. The green for Kenyan and Daughters is not the same green for Adesola and Sons. You get, even though we are both using green and green for our pharmacy, but the green codes are different, right? So when you're designing, you want to ensure that your color of design is not the same as Adesola and Sons, right? So you need those exact color codes, and that is what you can do with your brand form. So you can set it up here and put all your colors so that when you're designing, just pick your colors and use for you. Then for uploads, you can upload all the things that you want to Canva and just insert it to your design. So I took this from camera, right? So if this is what I was going to work with, you know, you can upload from your phone or your laptop, wherever you keep your image, and place there. Then text, this is where you have the text. So you choose the text that you want. Canva has also the same way you have design templates, the same way you have text templates. So you can just choose a text and use without having to type everything from scratch. If you were making an invitation for a wedding, James and Katie will work for you. If you were doing, there's even learn graphic design here. Yes. So something like this design proposal, you just take text and paste on your design, and there you go. You are good to go. Change the color, and that's it. So Canva makes things so easy, such that you don't even have to waste time. You get, if you are making a menu, pick and drop, right? So the same way you have templates for images, that's the same way you have templates for different text. You just have to search. Now there's a new feature on Canva where you can draw, so for people who like to, you want to do some, you want to bring out Michelangelo, I don't know how to pronounce it. You can make some sketches. So those are for pro designers, projects. So this will show all the past work I've done. You can see that this was where I designed my presentation. So everything is here. So if you are done one project that you really, really want to bring it immediately, you can't start looking for it on project. It's very easy for it. And then apps, Canva has partnered with a lot of apps. So text to image, basically you type a text and it will show you as an image. Take for instance, try an example. Pharmacies, smiling, pharmacies. Okay. So that will take some time, and there you go. You don't have to start searching for images that it will bring out what you want. If you say smiling black pharmacist drugstore, there you go. Uh, you just select what you want and then using your design. We are now in the AI world. We can use this one for our welcome to Richie Pharmacy again. You get, so Canva has partnered with so many apps like that, such that you can create everything you need on Canva. You can make a QR code, you can send directly to your Google Drive, you can turn your design into an emoji, you can make your YouTube poster, and then from here you can make it Jiffy, you can do pixels, everything. There's so many apps for you to play on Canva. So all of that, all those tools are on the left. This is your tool area. This black spot, everything you want to save, that's your tool area. Okay, so I was going to talk about this. We have this and our logo. So this is the last thing we do. And then everybody can mute. Very sorry. You can, if you want to talk, you can mute and tell us what we are going to do here. So let's say this is your template, but you want to tweak this to your brand design. What's the first thing? I think this might not be a perfect template. Let's look for something that is very okay. So this is your template, but your logo is green. All right. So what do we do? Where do you place your logo in this place? Let's start from there. Sorry. So what do we do? Who wants to walk us through how to tweak this design to suit their brand image? Hello. Anybody? Should I call name? Okay, Ola has unmuted. All right. Go ahead.
I didn't hear the question now.
So I said this is the template, right? You like this template. Okay, this template is celebrating World Pharmacies Day, and you want to use this template for to celebrate World Pharmacy Day on Instagram. But your brand color is green and cream. So how will you tweak this image, this template to suit your brand color? Because you definitely can't post this on your Instagram. Why? Because it's not your brand image at all. You've been posting green and cream since, and then all of a sudden you now post blue. You're obviously out, right? So can you walk us through how you tweak this template to
Okay,
your brand image?
okay.
So these are your brand
Good evening.
colors. So are we speaking now? Prince Will. Okay.
I
Prince Will,
was suggesting I'm suggesting if we can set that up using the brand hub.
if you can change,
If we can set the colors using the brand hub.
okay. So if we are going to change the color, which of the colors are we changing? The background or all the elements around? Which one are we changing?
I think majorly the background kind of, I don't know.
Okay, so
But the background
okay, let's say we're going to change the background. That's starting with the background. Which of the colors are we going to use? Here's color palette. So you can pick any color. So you can pick a color. Prince, will I still there?
yeah, I'm still here. I'm trying to say the color.
Just pick any color. Just pick any color. Remember that your brand color is green and orange. And green and yellow.
Okay.
Should I pick for you?
What if we use yellow?
Sorry?
What if we use yellow? Yellow.
Yes, yellow. Very good. Because that's your brand color. Very good. So now that we've used yellow, you can see that some other things are flashing. Some of your texts are missing or they are already getting lost in the background. What will we do? I'm actually giving you a lot of expos already.
We can actually change the color of the text.
Yes, change
like
color of text to. Very good. Perfect. So what are we changing the color of text to? Which of the colors?
I think black would be better for the yellow. I don't know.
Okay, we can use black. And we can even use green. So we said black. Remember that black and white are neutral colors. So are you okay with World Pharmacies Day being white?
It's actually okay. But it's okay. Okay.
Should I change it? I'm already changing it. How about this?
Yeah, this is perfect.
Okay. So is this design good to go?
Hi.
Is it good to go? Prince Will, are you still there? Should I call somebody else?
Yes, yes.
It's
No,
good
this
to
is
go.
good.
No, it's not
Man,
good
I
to
thought,
go.
but
It's not good.
the
It's not good
oh,
to go. But thank you, Prince Will. You also won a free class. So
oh,
I'll have
Not good
thank
to
you very
go.
much.
to. All right. Who is
Thank you
talking
very
now?
much.
It's from Crystal.
Okay, Crystal. Awesome. So what do you think we can change here?
I think the background images, they're a bit rowdy.
Okay. So what would you suggest that we do? So if you notice,
Um,
sorry, hold on, Crystal. If you notice,
okay.
when I click on the background, on this element, the drugs and all of that, it showed me the different colors of the bottles. Do you think we should change the bottles or just simply delete them?
I think the color contrast is looking somehow.
Okay.
So maybe I suggest we could change the color contrast to look similar.
So which colors do you suggest? Remember that your brand colors are green and yellow.
Okay. Yellow can go. Even if we're going to use a blue, we can use like not okay, like sea green. Sea green might look good.
Okay.
Mm.
So sea green. Sea green will be deep green. Okay. Cover. Actually, with background. How about this?
If we're using that color, that means it has to be uniform.
For everything,
Yes.
Yep. Thank you. So we are going to change everything to green such that it matches with our brand need. So you see that you keep trying different colors to find the one that fits. But at the same time, you're looking for the one that is as close to your brand need as possible. You know, colors that rhyme with your brand. All right. So, Crystal, let's assume that we have changed everything to green and yellow, something that rhymes with our brand. Do you think that it is good to do?
Yes.
Okay. But can you also note that your
But I think there's
logo,
something wrong with the alignment. I don't know. Is it my eye?
no, it's not your eye. That's very good. You notice that. Okay. So what do you suggest? Where's your first alignment problem? This last something cannot change. Basically. So where's your first alignment problem? Where are you having the alignment issue?
I feel the images are too many.
Yes. So we can
So my
either
reduce.
yes, we can either reduce that by deleting, or you just bring everything down.
To one side, yes.
Yes. So try for the sake of repetition to have everything together so that the up is as big as the down. You good to go?
Yeah, I think it's far better than it was
Yes, this
before.
is better, but are we good to go? There's one more thing that you need to do before this design is good to go. One more thing.
The logo is not well aligned with the rest of the font.
Very, very true. If you post this design like this, as fine as it is, your logo will be sacrificed on the altar of duty, because see, the logo is out. So I'm bringing the logo into my margin, and the logo is not all there is in the design, right? So I'm going to just make it a little smaller, but obviously as clear as possible. And
Is that
then
only the logo that is outside the margin?
what else is outside?
All the designs you have around, they are all outside the margin.
Yes, so those are
At the
outside the margin.
bottom and on top.
Those are outside the margin because they are not necessarily as important as the text and the logo that is within the margin. So if you put all these things inside your margin, you see that it's already competing with the message that you want to pass. Can you see? So all these extra things are just telling people that okay, yes, this is pharmacy, but they are not as
So
important.
it will not show, it won't show. I'm asking a question now.
Oh
It
no,
will be
it
lost.
will definitely cut. Part of it will cut, but you can sacrifice the cutting because it's not as important as what is within your margin. So the point of the margin is that all your important messages are within the margin, right? Then all the extra condiments and steroids can be anywhere else, as long as they are aligned. But the message, World Pharmacies Day, we wish you a happy for you who smile drives up. You need to have them. You need to have them within the margin because those are the most important message of your design. Do you get? If you put the extras with your most important, they will start clashing, right? That's why when I put it inside, you see that it's starting to distract people from the message, and then people will start, okay, what exactly is being communicated here? But when it's just at the edge, right, it can cut, you can sacrifice it, not a problem. But the most important thing that you actually want people to see are within your margin. So the whole essence of that margin is to ensure that your important messages, what you really want to communicate to your audience, are inside the margin, right?
Okay.
So
For me, I'll
speaker,
also enhance the we wish you for a happy, for you who smile drives, something, maybe a better contrast. It's a bit it's not as bold as I would have preferred it.
which one are you talking about?
The message, not the world pharmacy, the message on top and below the world pharmacist.
Okay, so you're saying
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
Okay, so
Not bigger, or maybe a better color contrast that is bolder.
now if you're going to use something bigger, not bad also, But remember, okay, that's something else too that we need to.
No, I meant color. A better
Okay.
contrast, not this font size.
Okay, so which color do you think we should use? Which color would you, aside from black, from the color palette?
White, will it be better?
Well, we'll try it now.
No.
So which other
A
one?
darker shade of black, a bolder shade of black than what you have there now.
I just changed it.
Yeah, something like that.
Not bad. Is this better?
Nice, nice, yeah.
For
Okay.
me, the logo is still not properly central aligned.
Okay. So we want it to. Oh yes, so very good. Thank you for noting that. So one simple thing that you can do when you're these three dots after animate, right? It just helps you with this thing. If you notice another layer has come out. Once you put it on center, it will center. Center, center. So it means that this is center. This is now at the center of this whole image. So everything else has to be center. World Pharmacies Day, center. For you, center. So now everything is centered. Everything is now on center alignment. Thank you for noting that. That was very good. That was a very good observation. So yes, this design is good. Good. Remember where we started from? We started from blue, and now we are here as it meets your brand design. If I were going to post this design, I might just remove all the things on top so that the first thing people see is my logo. And then I will just make my logo bigger. Position, center.
Okay, I also think that there's a grammatical error. It's
Yeah,
written, we wish you for a happy World Pharmacist Day.
that was a very, very good observation also. So that's one mistake you also draw to make when you are making your design. After you finished everything and beautiful and lovely, you need to ensure that there is no error at all, right? And then, as much as it's design and making visual, don't forget the key things, capital letter when starting the sentence, your full stop, and right. So thank you so much. That was a very, very good observation. So now, is this ready to go? Are we ready to post? Any other
Yes.
observation? Awesome. Awesome. So we are past the time. My Oga will soon come for me. So I'm going to stop here. If there's any other question, I'll stop here. We had 3 winners for today's class. We had Adesola, we had Crystal. Yes, I'm giving Crystal. Sorry, I can't remember the third person.
Prince Will.
Prince Will. Prince
Okay,
Will.
yes, and Prince Will. Yes, so 3 of you get a free class with our Learn Graphic Design. And the full course is available at a discount, actually. If you want to take the full class, you can learn at your pace. The original price is 7,500, but it has been discounted to 5,500, and that discount runs all through March. So it has been running through March, actually. So the discount available, so you can maximize that. Let me look for the link so that you can go and check it out. So if anybody has any questions, please let me know. Any more questions? Anything else that you want to ask? Okay, Madam Taiwo has posted it. Then for our winners, please you can reach out to Taiwo so that I will send you a coupon for you to access your gifts. Thank you all so much for today. Thank you. I'm still waiting for questions, contributions. I'm going to mute my mic now as my Oga top has come up.
All right, I see Marianne in the chat section. She's saying she has a question. Marianne, please go ahead to ask your question. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, hello, well done. Very good and enlightening. I really wanted to ask, is it only social media that, social media like you mentioned, Instagram, probably Facebook page, that we can exhibit this learning on, or can we use it? Is there something else we can use it for, or some other media that we can maximize this learning?
Yes, you can, Miriam. So I also mentioned that, let me just bring again, that on Canva, you can do anything you want to do, right? The Canva suite, I talked about how that Canva now has the Canva doc. You can form your ideation. So if your team has to design something and you're working on an idea and you don't want to work inside it, right? You can do everything on Canva whiteboard. So everybody can meet on Canva whiteboard, put their sticky notes, put their pages, put their inspiration about that, and you would, what's the word? You would fine-tune your ideas on Canva whiteboard. You can also make your presentations on Canva whiteboard. I gave an example of the presentation I did in class today. This was done on Canva. This is designed. So everything was actually designed here. So your work presentation, if you have, let's go to presentations, it will come out with a template, right? Then you can also have the same way we are having this presentation and recording on Zoom. You can actually have the same on Canva, right? So Canva is not just only for social media. You can do anything and everything you want, right? In Canva. I also talked about how that Canva now even has they now have websites. So you can create a website on Canva. You can print your posters for your pharmacy on Canva. You can print your business card, design your business card, design your posters, design your letterheads, right? You can do all of that on Canva. So it's not just social media. Hope that answers your question.
Yes, very well.
All right, thank you very much, Ekene, for such an insightful session. So good to hear the feedback, read the feedback from the participants. Many of them feel like it was enlightening. So good. Thank you so much for taking your time to explain every practical aspect of Canva. My one question is, what are the alternatives to Canva? I know that you use other design tools besides Canva. I know that Canva itself is a whole big ball game, right? Because there's a lot to talk about, to dissect regarding Canva. But if you could also share alternatives that people can try out on their own, read about, practice on their own, so that they know that there are alternatives, easy alternatives as well, aside Canva. Thank you.
Okay, so there are actually alternatives that you can use that you mentioned. Thank you. So the GoDaddy Studio, I use that sometimes. I use the app, right, on my phone. You know, GoDaddy Studio, here, there's even Inshore. There are so many alternatives actually, right? But the reason why Canva best, right, is because it's all encompassing, and it's pretty straightforward. If you don't know how to use the web, you can use the app. But if you're going to try other apps, you can use GoDaddy Studio, you can use Wikipedia, you can use Adobe Spark. Yeah, you can use Adobe Spark, you can use InShot, you can use CapCut. I'm not sure, not CapCut, but you can use InShot. So I think I'll type that in the chat box so that, okay, thank you. That will not CapCut, remove CapCut. CapCut is for video, but for graphic design, the ones I use, GoDaddy Studio, Photopia, Adobe Spark, and then you can even use Adobe Adobe Photoshop for phone. There's one question, I just saw that. Okay, yes, Canva web. Thank you. Taiwo has put it on the chat, www.canva.com. And you can also download that and play with the app. Hope that answered the question, Taiwo.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So I think that one thing you can also talk about is you need to practice because some persons may not find it easy trying it on their own at first, but encouraging people who may not.
Exactly. Right. You actually need to practice as much as you can. When you find yourself free, just play around with the app, play around with the web. If you're going to get good at it, you need to keep practicing. I tried, right, when I was preparing slides, I tried to look for my first ever design. I'm sure if you even check Canva, it will be there. My first design, and they were not so good, right? But see how far we've come from 2010 to 2023. So keep practicing. Also check Instagram for people's design. When you see a design that you like, don't just admire it and say, oh, this design is so fine, I like what the person did. Take it to Canva and try to scrabble, right? Try to scatter it and see what the person did. You can always reach out to us at the Mobile Creativity School and Mobile Design School. Join our community. Somebody would answer and put you through. Watch videos. There are free Canva videos on YouTube. There are free design videos on YouTube. Follow people on social media. Just practice. Just do a lot of practice. After this class, don't pocket it and say, okay, I've learned Canva and my son or my daughter will continue from where I stopped. No, actually practice it. Nowadays, design is no more a premium skill in the sense that not just for select few. Design is now open to everybody. Every skill is open to everybody, right? So this is something that you can do by yourself. You don't have to pay a designer to do that for you, especially the simple ones for your social media, for your pharmacy. You can do those things by yourself. Key to staying consistent with practice. Today you've learned the principles, go online, read about it, check YouTube, read about it, practice that, keep practicing to get good. And also take courses, yeah. And this is not because I have a course. There are free courses on Coursera, free courses on Udemy, free courses on which other free courses can get that. There are free courses, there are paid courses, YouTube videos. Watch these things and practice them so that you don't lose this lessons or this training that you have learned. Right? And also you can take our paid course available at discounted price. Thank you. Over to you, Taiwo.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ekene. This has been very, very valuable. Very valuable. So I encourage everybody, go on and practice and practice and practice. Sign up to Ekene's course to even cement the knowledge that you have gained today, right? Because it's going to help you to deepen your knowledge, encourage you to even practice all that you have learned. Now, Ekene is my Canva coach. So even though I already know the basics of Canva, like I said, I learned during the lockdown. I also signed up for her class, even though she's my friend. I didn't say, Ekene, now my party, now how far now? I paid for her course, right? I remember I had to work on some designs about 2 weeks ago. I had to go back to Ekene, please help me. What do you think? Is the alignment good? Ekene thrashed my design. She said, Taiwo, this alignment is nonsense. Taiwo, this color combo, so she actually was also hard on me.
We worked till 11 p.m. I was begging you to let me sleep.
Thank you so much for being supportive. And I agree with what she said about collaborative work on Canva. So even though I did the design on my end, all I had to do was to share the link with her, and then she could also edit the design on her end. And I could also see as she was working on the screen, how she was moving stuff and making corrections. So even you and your teammates in the pharmacy, wherever, you can work collaboratively on designs. And that way you are all building one another as you learn together. So explore Canva, really. Whatever you do with Canva is what you make of it. Some people know only the Instagram design part of it. Some people know only the YouTube flyer part of it, or YouTube header part of it. Some people know the landing page. Beyond the designs, the flyer designs, they've been able to use it for PowerPoint presentations, landing pages, and so on. I didn't even know the landing page part anyway. I just learned that one today, right? So I'm definitely going to try that out very soon. So let's embrace knowledge. I really, really applaud all of you who have stayed for about 2 hours, 30 minutes. Fantastic, fantastic. Well done, well done, well done. I applaud you for taking some time out to learn, to improve yourself. But beyond learning today, please go on and practice. Ekene uses the web parts. I've tried it. It hasn't worked for me, personally speaking. So me, I use the app. Find whatever works for you, right? I don't even use the laptop version. I find it so hard. I don't even understand it. I use the phone. So I use the phone app. Some other person may find the laptop version. No wahala. Start with what you have. Start with from where you are. Start with what you know, and you definitely get better. Once again, today's event is being held courtesy of my pharmacy. My pharmacy is a management consulting firm for community pharmacies, supporting pharmacy owners and managers to be able to run their businesses effectively. And this is really a part of our bi-monthly meetup for people in our community, but we chose to open it up to other people. And in fact, about 150 persons are registered for this webinar. So I encourage you, if you're not yet a part of the community, please feel free to join the community. It's a free community with a lot of immense value, So please feel free to fill the form that I have shared in the chat section to join us at my Pharmacy Growth Hub. It's a community for pharmacists, community pharmacists, pharmacy owners, and managers. So if you're not any of these three, then the community isn't for you. If you're a community pharmacist, a pharmacy owner, or manager, then the community is for you, where you get access to immense knowledge, a closely knit community of fellow professionals that you can learn from, and even access to discounted trainings as well. And please sign up for Ekene's course. There's a discount, a 20% discount, where you pay 5.5 instead of 7.5. So please take advantage of that discount. And those who got free access to the course, send me a message on WhatsApp, send me a message on WhatsApp. I'm going to type my number in the chat section if you don't have my number, so you can send me a message on WhatsApp. And I can link you up with Ekene, so you can gain free access to the course. Do have a lovely, lovely weekend ahead. Bye, everybody. And keep learning, keep practicing. All the best.